Good morning, everybody. I'm out here on the road this morning. It is the 8th of December, 2020. I'm going to talk about a little rant today where I'm talking about how your popularity is in public, okay? You get involved in any kind of a thing where you're putting your product out in front of the public, whether it's, bars of soap, whether you're a politician, whether you're producing something, whether you're writing something, whether you're doing YouTube, anytime you put stuff out in the public, there's a certain percentage of people that are going to like what you do. There's a certain percentage of people that aren't going to like what you do. And you got to get used to that, okay? Even the most popular politician has some people that don't like him or her, okay? And you got to deal with that. You got to learn to live with it if that's what you want to be. Now, if that bugs you, then don't do a job where you put your stuff out in front of the public, okay? We see this all the time with YouTubers. I don't know what it is, but they get to a point sometimes where they just do not want anybody to not like what they're doing, and they get all upset about it, and then they just bitch and moan and complain. But I'm going to put all my videos up in public, but yet I'm complaining about that there's a certain number of people that don't like what I'm doing. Well, you know what? If you're going to do that, then you got to get used to it. No. I don't want anyone to talk negatively about me at all, ever. What I call, it's called the 40-40-10-10 rule. 40 and 10, 40 and 10, okay? There's 50% of the people that are going to generally like what you do, and there's going to be 50% of the people that are going to go, That doesn't mean they dislike what you do, but they're just kind of like, You know what I'm saying? You got to realize that all the people that watch you find you somewhat compelling, okay? Or they wouldn't watch you, okay? But of that people that find you compelling, some are going to like you and some are going to not like you. They said to Howard Stern once, we did an analysis of your audience. Howard Stern, the shock jock who you hardly hear of anymore because he's on paid satellite radio. But anyway, back in the day when he was on regular radio, they said, the people that like you listen to you for 2 hours a day on your show, which runs for 3 or 4 hours. But the people that don't like you listen for 3 hours a day. So the people that don't like him were more likely to listen to him than the people that did like him, okay? So liking and disliking doesn't necessarily mean people are gonna not watch you or whatever. People often watch your channel because they don't like you. Or they think you're something, you're goofy and you're like a parody character, okay? So the 40-40-10 rule means, take the 40, there's 40% of the people, they were talking about the positive side of things. There's 40% of the people that generally like you, okay? They will say, okay, I like watching this guy or this gal, but, it's not the end of the world if he or she were to go away or whatever. I'll just find somebody else. But I do enjoy watching this person. Oh, there's snow on the top of the mountains. Look at that. There's snow up there on the top of those mountains over there. I don't know if you can see that. There's snow up there. Holy cow, it's December and it's snowing on top of the mountains. So anyway, and then you'll have the 10% that really love you. Okay, they'll follow you to the top of that mountain over there, Mount Mitchell, that is Mount Mitchell over there, by the way. Mount Mitchell, which is the highest mountain on the East Coast. That's right, it's like, I don't know, it's real high. It's high. Look it up. It's more higher than Mount Washington in New Hampshire. Anyway, so 10% of the people will just love you. Now, of that 10%, 1% of the people will just, want to marry you or just obsess about you. They have a whole room full of your pictures on the wall and, that kind of thing, okay? And they're kind of a little bit scary. When it gets to that extreme, it gets really scary. Then we have the negative side, the negative side. There's 40% of the people that will just kind of not like you. But they like to watch you because you're oddly compelling. You're like an Archie Bunker. You're like a Rush Limbaugh. You're like a Howard Stern. They don't necessarily like you, but they find you interesting to watch. And, hey, if something happened to you, they just go, okay, whoopee-doo. And then there's the 10% of the 10% that really hate you. But yet they find you, they still want to watch you, okay? They're still watching, but they really can't stand you. And they're your trolls, okay? So 40% of the people generally like you, 10% really like you, 40% don't like you much, but they watch. They don't really, give you much trouble. And then there's that 10% that just hate your guts, and those are your, quote, trolls, okay, or your HATERS. So 40-10, 40-10, the 40-40-10-10 rule, get it? Now, of those 10%, then you got the 10% up there that really hate your guts, okay? But again, most of those people are just gonna hate you, and that's that, okay? But then you got the 1% of them that are really scary, dislike you. They're the ones that are gonna, come by in the middle of the night and, bang on your trailer door, or they're gonna be the ones that send you the creepy messages in the mail, or they're gonna be the ones that, find your address or find your phone number and make midnight calls. And again, even that 1%, they're scary, but they're most of them are probably harmless. But there are a few people in that scary 1% that are probably maybe worth locking your doors and whatever. And they can be very scary. They're just crazy. So any 40-40-10-10. Oh my goodness, that sun today is just, it's like right in your face. I should only come over here to Walmart on cloudy days if I'm coming in the mornings, but anyway. So anyway, oh dear. So anyway, we'll talk a little more about that in just a second, as I got to run in here and grab a few pieces of piles of S. I don't know. I'm running in here to get a few things. I'll be right back. It's it's the yin and the yang thing. There's always a dark side to a good side. There's always a good and a bad. No matter what you do in life, there's always going to be a good thing and a bad thing associated with it. There's always pluses and minuses. There's always yin and yang, whatever. Nothing is ever 100% good. There's a lot of good about YouTube. There's a lot of good about your popularity on YouTube. There's a lot of good about it. You get people that really, there are some of those, out of those 10% of the people that really, really like you, some of them may be actually friends for real friends. I've made a few real friends. I've lost a few real friends. But some of those 10% that really like you can be really nice people that really like you, and it may go beyond just YouTube, And then there's that 1% of those, the super people that really love you, and we see this with certain nomads. We see this with other explorers. We see this with other YouTube channels, that you get a real patron person, we're not talking Patreon. Well, we are talking Patreon. Somebody who will really, really love your channel, and they'll take you under their wing. There'll be a retired lady whose family's gone, and she has a ton of money from her, whatever, and she doesn't know what to do with it, and you're there for her every day on your videos, and she is just going to help you out and, finance you. It's something for her. It gives her some meaning and point to her life, and so, yeah, Oh my goodness, this sun is something else right here. They had to put up a giant sunblock here, I tell you. Oh, jeez. Holy cow. Anyway, holy goodness, oh my goodness. Yeah, and then you got the negative. You got that 10% that really don't like you. Now, again, to be honest, most of those people aren't going to do anything other than just write nasty stuff on your comments and stuff like that. And yeah, you block them, you do whatever you can do. But then, yeah, out of that 10%, there's that 1% that are really going to hate you, And yeah, that's, again, I still think that most of those people are harmless. But anyway, but yeah, you do. That is a problem when you are in the public eye. There are the 1% crazy haters, and you got to learn to deal with that, and one of the things is, as we see with these nomads, you don't necessarily give out your entire address. Don't let them know where you are at any one particular time. Post your videos like a week or two later after you've left. Don't put your name all over your vehicle, in giant pictures. There's ways of dealing with it. If worse comes to worse, yeah, you got to maybe call the police and maybe file a report. If something's really scaring you, if you get any really threatening letters, yeah, report those to the post office and stuff like that. You got to do that. But it is true. The more people you get to watch your channel, the more subscribers you get, the more stuff you're going to get like that. So that's just part of, everybody that's in the public eye has that problem, okay? And, it's something you got to deal with. If you don't want to deal with it, and that's the negative side of it, then maybe it's, don't get into doing a particular job where you are putting all your stuff out in front of the public, because you will get that. And the more subscribers you get, the bigger your channel grows, the more that small 1% of intense dislikers, as we should call them, the crazies, is going to get. If you've got 200 subscribers versus 200,000 subscribers, that 1% is going to get bigger, okay? You got to just realize that that's par for the course. Every job you have in life is going to have a negative side to it, and there is a negative side to being up on YouTube, okay? Scary negative, yeah, no question. So anyway, that's it. So the 10, 10, 40, 40. The problem is with putting politics and stuff on your videos, you're going to get some of that 40% negative. The people on the negative side of things, the 40% that kind of don't like you much, but they still find you compelling enough to watch, you're going to lose a good chunk of those people, okay? They kind of like your channel. They kind of like what you're talking about. They may not like you much, but there's a reason why they're watching. But if you make them mad enough, if you really, you can, and again, you can make somebody a little bit PO'd and they'll still watch you. But if you go against their religion or their hard-fought political views and you really make them mad at you, then you're going to lose them, okay? And you may say, well, it's my right to talk about this, and certainly you can talk about politics, you can throw other things in your mix, but you're going to lose those people, and yeah, it's going to be hard. You can still grow your channel. It may not grow as fast as it was, or whatever, or give the people what they want, So anyway, the 40-40-10-10 rule. And of those 10, on either end, the 1% that'll just love you like crazy, and the 1% that'll just hate your guts no matter what you do. And you got to realize that, and as you grow your channel bigger, those numbers are going to get bigger too. 1% of 20,000 or 10,000 is, a lot less than 1% of 100,000 or 200,000. So, I don't know, man. And then I think we also have the thing where as somebody's channel gets bigger and they grow their channel and they see more of that 1% on either end, especially the hater end, the 1% gets bigger of the haters, and that freaks them out. And then they want to go all over, and don't let anybody talk about me. Don't let anybody say anything negative about me. I don't want anybody to, and they overreact to that, The other thing about reacting to the negative people, the trolls, so to speak, is if you react, don't react. Don't get all upset and complain on your channel. Oh, all these people are saying nasty things about me. Just quietly use the tools that YouTube gave you. I think that people... you can block comments get reviewed. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can treat your comments on YouTube so that, for the most part, you can get rid of the real super nasties. And, I think people make a mistake and turn their comments off. I think that's a big mistake on your channel because I really think on a lot of channels, the thing about YouTube that people like that is different than, say, plain old television is that you have a two-way street. You know, you're getting the video content from the creator like you get on television. You can watch a TV show. But, you know, there's no real readily available place right then and there to comment back. You know, yeah, there are, you know, places where you can talk about TV shows and whatever, but it's not directly connected to the television show in most cases. Whereas in YouTube, you can go right on that creator's channel and comment back and talk and do all the stuff. So yeah. So I think that's the thing, that give and take is a big component to why people like to do YouTube. And if you turn off your comments, or if you overly scrub your comments so that there's no negativity. I mean, I love that. I love it when I go on somebody's channel with a lot of subscribers and they get a lot of views, and every single comment they allow is only the positive stuff. Oh, I love you. I love your animal. I love this. I love that. You're so wonderful. Oh, your video is so great. It's boring. You know, it's just boring to see either no comments or just kiss-ass comments, you know? You know, the negativity, it can be used to your, you know, it can be used to your advantage, you know? A certain nomad fueled by the trolls, and it is true. The negative comments, you can use it to your advantage if you properly manicure it and cultivate it. That's the word I want. Cultivate those comments. Cultivate the negativity. Don't react. Don't get mad. And the other thing I say, never, never, never get angry. Don't post angry messages on your social media. Don't do that. Don't say that, you know, angry. Anytime you get angry, you have lost the battle. Immediately know that, okay? It's one thing, okay, even in just human discourse, if somebody comes up to you and says, I don't like you, I don't like your politics, I don't like your channel, I don't like this, and you go, okay, that's nice. Have a nice day. But if you start getting mad, what the hell? What are you saying this for? What do you mean by that? What are you doing this, buddy? Blah, blah, blah. Then you've lost the battle, okay? No anger and whatever. So anyway, realize as you grow in your channel that the 40-40-10-10 rule is a very good way to kind of look at things. And yeah, I think that's a thing you got to look at, and just realize that's the game, that's the playing field you're dealing with. And if you don't like it, if that bugs you, get off of YouTube. There's a lot of other things you can do in life that don't involve getting in front of the public. And you know, you can be a librarian, you can be a Walmart greeter. I mean, every job has some sort of public aspect to it, doesn't it? But I don't know. Oh, I got my nice hand sanitizers today at the Wally World. All right, everybody. Anyway, so yeah, you know, again, as you grow your channel, don't overreact to the negativity, okay? Because that'll just ruin things for everybody. You know, it's always going to be there. Laugh it off, or at least publicly laugh it off. I realize there are things that people say that get people angry, but never show the anger. Don't ever show it, okay? Because that's what they want. That's what they want. They want to see you sweat. That's what the trolls want. They want to see you get all upset. Don't give them that. And they won't be as bad. If they realize they can't rile you up, then they won't be as bad. They'll you know, some of them will actually leave you alone. Anyway, all right. So the 40-40-10-10 rule. 40-40-10-10. Thank you for watching. 8th of December 2020. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Vlog under.